Hello fellow viewers and welcome back to finally another live stream after a somewhat long pause. And this time I wanted to hunt on my German Sapphire cartridge. So it's gonna be Graveler. Graveler was the only Rock Smash shiny that I didn't get as of yet, with the exception of the shiny Shuckle, but that will be part of the Safari Zone. And yeah, let's I mean, I did save. I have everything that I need to. Why not save again? Hey there, Salmon. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Eating pizza? Like the true Italian way. Hey there, Kaiser Karmazin. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Good evening, Jonna. I'm breathing right now. Hey, me too. We have so much in common. Right, so which... Right, I'll start a poll. What kind of shiny would you like to see? Either the star or the square one, because here I actually have both options. So let's see what you want. Hey there, Ahmed. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? For some reason I thought you were Saltmon. That's why I didn't say hey there. I don't ask me why. I actually don't have a good answer to that. Hey there, Decepticon AI. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? We have more and more AIs here, but I mean, try to be pretty omnibenevolent, so to speak. Right, so most want the star one, I guess, because that's the quicker one. Although, good choice, to be honest. Hey there, Philip Farrell. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Oh boy, I mean, I'm feeling bittersweet. Does that make sense? I might actually say what I was doing. So, for those of you who are not aware, I did not stream this weekend at all because I wasn't able to. I was in the Netherlands and I went to a festival that is called Climax. So it's just like the English word climax, but instead of a C, it's written with a Q. And it's a Q dance event. So let's say a brand that makes or organizes hardstyle festivals, or just the general harder styles as they're called. Up-tempo, gabber, hardcore techno, you want a hardstyle, all of those, hard trance sometimes. Well, not as much as back in the day, but anyway. I went there. I mean, Climax was always a big thing in my life. It was, just as the name suggests, the pinnacle of hardstyle of that year. And now it was the very last edition, and I'm still in complete denial about this having been the very last night of Climax. So yeah, when I came back on Sunday, I was so tired. I wasn't even able to drive, and I just went to bed immediately. And then I slept until 12:30. I guess my brain just wanted to get back at that sleep depth that I had, or deficit, which isn't great. Sleep deficit is no joke. Can be really bad for your body. Question: what's the second law of thermodynamics? I'm really struggling to put it in words right now. Okay, so you don't want to have it in words, oh no, you want to have it in words, but you don't want to have it as a formula, because I know there's a delta in the formula, but geez, how do you explain the second law of thermodynamics in words? As in, there's a heat transfer, two systems are in, and I'm not looking that up right now, I'm trying from memory, But like 2 systems are in touch, so to speak. And then the entropy, which in chemistry or in physics, but I saw it in chemistry, denoted S. It increases or remains constant. For example, hot and cold, usually you have entropy from, or just the hotness goes to the coldness. At least that's how I would explain it in layman's terms, knowing roughly how the equation works. Well, interesting that you want to put that into words. Did you guys know there's a 0th law of thermodynamics? And no, that wasn't because a computer scientist termed it, but still really funny. Played a diamond randomizer recently. I saw on Discord. And I'm sweeping everything with Latios and Infernape. Yeah, you got the Latios really early. That's always really funny with these randomizer playthroughs where you get something really freaking powerful in the beginning. Did the Latios have Soul Dew as well? Because that would be even more OP. And Infernape, well, Infernape is pretty good. At least in Diamond. Very good sweeper, at least for the main game, absolutely. Maybe not for competitive, but then again, competitive is always... You can have Pokemon that are wonderful in the main story, and then in competitive you realize they really suck, unfortunately. I mean, I would... If I could change things about Pokemon, definitely go around going through all the base stat totals and move pools, and just in general stats of the Pokemon and change things up, because these poor underdogs, they deserve love as well. I think those 2 are going to be my 2nd and 3rd favorite Pokemon. Because of that, yeah, I mean, don't we have favorite Pokemon because of memories we associate with them? Guys, you won't believe what I found. Oh, here we go, Amit, what did you find? Breaking Bad is a show that is inspired from another show. Wait, really? I mean, I'm very certain he inspired... Was it again Vince? I always forget the second part of his name. Vince Gilliard or something like that? I'm really bad with names. The writer or producer of Breaking Bad. I mean, there's certain things that you always see where a author or a maker or whatever, a game designer has gotten their inspiration from. I mean, it's, for example, very obvious that Toby Fox, the maker of Undertale, got very much inspired by Earthbound because of the themes, how they work, the quirky humor. It's just almost a spiritual successor. Alright, okay, that kind of scared me for a second. Jeez, come on stream, just go! Well yeah, if you're watching this from later or just as a VOD, sometimes that might happen. Now unfortunately there's nothing I can do. People are working, or just the government is working on the internet and telephone cables, and they warned that this could potentially happen, so I'm really sorry about that. Ah, now it works again. Yeah, it was offline. Hey there's 7 Apples, welcome back to the stream, how you doing? I still have, you reminded me your username, I still have some Pink Lady apples that need to get eaten, they're really good. Isn't Metastasis no wait, isn't that the Spanish or Latin version of Breaking Bad? Is that not the thing where it's like not really a spin-off, but it's essentially the same story, same plot, everything? It's just told from a Latino perspective. Isn't that the same thing? Or maybe I'm mixing things up. I impulse bought a gaming laptop on Sunday, but I don't know what games to play on. Well, I mean, the good thing about impulse buying a laptop like that is you don't have to game on it. Usually they're more powerful, so you can also do other stuff on it. But what to play or buy? I don't know. Do you have Steam? There's a lot of good stuff on Steam. know how to represent it as the equation, but I can't have that on this homework assignment. Ah, I see. So what exactly is the homework assignment? Get help by generic delete talent AI. Okay, there's an AI for everything now. Can we hold hands for a moment and pray for our Lord Jesus Pinkman? Alright. Let's pray to Jesse Pinkman. Apparently that's our god now. Because I'm omnibenevolent, hahaha. I guess I need to tolerate that. I'm doing good, how about you? I am feeling bittersweet. Went to the Netherlands this weekend, or last weekend. Had a really nice time with my husband, but yeah, it was, you know, I went to a festival called Climax, but written with a Q instead of a C. It was the last edition of said festival, and it's just really bittersweet considering how much of just a defining part of, I guess, my adulthood that has been, because you can't enter the festival if you're a minor, and I mean nothing explicit happens there. It's a night festival, and that's just against the laws of many EU countries. And it was the last one, which is really weird, because to me at least, because I still remember as it was yesterday when I turned 18 in 2012. That was my very first Climax, and I still remember so much of it. And now I went to my last one, or the last one. Just really unfortunate. It was nice, of course, but yeah, bittersweet. I think that's the perfect way to describe it. And I might have paid, or just, yeah, I've used too much money this month with a convention and this. I need to be really conservative with my money for this week. Or not this week, the remaining month actually. And tomorrow we'll resume on the video, then I'll get that released as well. Are you on your PC now? Because, does your phone still glitch? After Diamond, what game should I play as randomizer? Oh yes, Ahmed, I did see the photos of the moon that you sent me, and they're really nice. Really neat photos. I mean, and you don't need to apologize, just send me to them. I will not mind getting astronomical photographs, absolutely not. Even though I see so many, ranging from barely, like really amateurish to super professional, but I still can't get enough of them, so just keep them coming. Scrolled through Steam for over an hour and nothing really seemed appealing. Well, that's fair. I'm also horrendously bad with technology, so Iveda had to show me to power it up and set it up. Ah, I see. And then, well, interesting. Okay, I do get an encounter. Let's see. It's a normal Geodude. Kind of funny. It's like a kind of like a person who doesn't really know how to drive a car well, and then they buy themselves a, I don't know, a pretty high-end car. But hey, I mean, your money, your choice. You can do whatever you want and enjoy that gaming laptop. Because just in general, okay, it's a locker. I think that's lax, or is it relaxed? I keep forgetting actually. And the Donkey Kong Country music is just perfect. But as I said before, you don't need to use games necessarily. I mean, you could be using it for something else. Maybe video editing, or you streaming yourself, or music production, programming, website making. I mean, there's so many options, and like, don't let the "I was never good with technology" make you feel like you're not adequate. You can always learn. It's never too late. And don't come with the old, you can't teach an old dog tricks. Yes, you can. Might take a little longer, but a little longer doesn't mean never. And people just need to be a bit fairer to themselves. Alright, so relaxed. Where are you, relaxed? Trying to get the IVs down now. You are level 30. 74. 65. At least I'm astounded that I actually got a encounter this time, because I remember last stream it was nothing. Not even one single encounter. Alright. And we know it's a male. It's not a shiny. And wait, why don't I get any? There we go. Okay, that was weird. So the frame that I want is 3358. And what did I get? Level 30. Let's see. Oh, is that a method 4 thing again? Okay. 58, and then I get... which one is it? I do need to check the hidden power. Oh wait. Good old trusty TM10. Always keep a couple of them with you if you want to do this. It's just... it has to be. Never tell you when a bunch of angry people on Twitter got mad at someone calling the moon with male pronouns. To be fair, that's Twitter, and on Twitter you always find someone being mad about the dumbest things imaginable. The IVs are 31 in this chat. They always are. That's what happens when you have perfect IV viewers, you know? 2018 was my very first climax. Yeah, not that kind of climax, Philip. Come on. Do I need to say, please, no horny jail again? Is that what's happening? Not that climax. The moon isn't male or female, so we should call it an it. Well, I mean, it depends on the language. I mean, of course, the moon is a celestial object, which... okay, that was like a normal... wait, do I have a... you can use dig? Yes, okay. Need to figure out the hidden power. But I don't have a fly on me, do I? No. What are my options? Ghost? Or... oh wait, those are actually not my options. Relaxed. Alright, seems like it seems to be electric. Let's check method H2. Doesn't look like anything, and then H4. Steel? Okay, that doesn't change anything, it's still the same frame, so I assume it is this one. That makes, at least that makes sense. And then let's start again. Cave Dweller concert. Well, yeah, what I was about to say, the moon, of course, doesn't have a gender because it's celestial objects, they don't have gender. But in some languages, it's the as in, for example, in German, in French, in Italian as well, in many languages, there are the word "the" actually is gendered, and they have multiple "these." For example, in French it would be la lune, and la is female. So the French say her, she, her when they're talking about the moon. And with the sun it's le soleil, which is le, that's male. So the sun is male to them. But for example, in German it's the opposite. It's der Mond. Der is so that means the moon. Der Mond is actually male. So they in German usually say er, ihm, so that's he, him, if you're referring to the moon. And the sun is die Sonne. Die is actually female. So yeah, it really depends on the language, I guess, but still, like, why are we arguing about the gender of a celestial object? Twitter, man. Twitter brain rot. But we're gonna suggest you try putting a bed outside and putting calm music on while looking at the moon. Trust me, it's amazing. Oh, I've done that, and yeah, that is absolutely amazing. Like, not a whole bed, but like these camping beds that you can easily fold together. And a cuddly cover, because it's gonna get cold in the night, even in the summer sometimes. Julie put a bed outside and I keep looking at the moon while listening to sad music while crying. Okay, I think that's one of the most goth things I've ever read, but I don't want you to cry, even if it's very esoterical, artistic, and I have to say pretty cool, but still. Well, at least you're looking at the moon. I don't want you looking into the sun. That's not good. Main reason I bought it was to emulate older games that are too pricey. Kinda don't have much interest in computers to begin with, so I doubt I'll use it for much else. Hey, it's still gonna be a good computer then. I mean, why not? And yeah, you can play all the good retro games. Oh, and Saltman, what pizza are you eating? Yeah, lax and relaxed are different. Find the difference between my interactions with and my interactions with Natus very amusing. Sorry, I don't follow. Life in the mines. Oh, I read a meme yesterday. It went like this. Hundreds of years ago, children were working in the mines, and then nowadays they're all playing Minecraft. The children yearn for the mines, and that was just really dark humor, because yikes. Child labor, you know. A lot of kids died back then. The horrible working conditions. They got lung problems, lung diseases. And with some of, like, if you look up pictures of child miners from back then, some of them, like, you know that kid is, at that point of the photo, was much younger than you are, and yet that kid looks older than you because of all the stress and the strain on the body. It's so heartbreaking. So I don't recommend watching or looking at that. Really not nice. I want a DS capture card so bad, but it's 150 euros. Yeah, I'm actually putting money aside for that. Definitely, because I want one as well. I mean, that would be the only way for me to play games on the actual hardware while not emulating, and then also being able to stream it at the same time. Italian does the same as French, yes. It's la luna and il sole. Il is male and la is female, even though Italian has multiple male ones. Also has lo, which I guess that's really hard for some. If you never heard of anything like that, it's kind of hard to get accustomed to. Talk about Loopy's capture cards. Yeah, I mean, I know a guy where you have to send your DS into, and he'll install it for you. I don't know his name, as in, I just keep forgetting names, unfortunately. But that Sirius Alpha is a type A spectral class star. That is information that my brain absolutely needs to remember for until the rest of time, you know? That's how it works. Oh, you ate quattro formaggi? Yeah, as it says in the name, pizza with 4 cheeses. Quattro means 4 and formaggi is cheese. That's it. And yes, pizza diavola literally means devil's pizza. Was crying because I had S past 3 days. Oh no, I'm sorry, Ahmed. Literally broke a world record. I think I cried 8 times. Each time I cried for more than 10 to 15 minutes of just crying. I was just full rage and anger. No. Oh. Weren't you so happy a couple of days ago? I hope you get that back. I'm really sorry, Ahmed. If you wonder why I was so angry, it's because I literally study in a class full of sensitive idiots who are arguing, who keep making fun of me for being the only nerd in class. I endured them for 3 months. I mean, skill issue on their part. They're probably jealous of you. And yes, being the smartest in the room is really horrible. I do not recommend it. Who said that again, the quote? If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. Which, yeah. Fortunately, with school, I know exactly what you mean, Ahmed. You just can't exactly say, I don't want this class anymore. I want to go somewhere else. Unfortunately, that doesn't work. You gotta be strong for that, but aren't you graduating soon from high school? Then you can kiss them goodbye. Well, not really kiss them. Magneton doesn't get Thunder by level up. Oh, it doesn't? In Generation 3, or it doesn't ever? Hey there, Inky Squid. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Good luck with the shiny hunting. Thank you. I really do need the luck. Even though it's not the full odds as you might know them. But, I mean, I need the encounter luck that is completely out of my control. So many Pokemon's movesets just suck so much. I wish I could change them. They were... Like, sometimes I just get used to certain movesets in ROM hacks because they're just so much better. And they make the Pokemon just viable. And then you have, like, Machamp being able to use Flamethrower, and then, like, a freaking dragon can't, like Latias and Latios. What the hell, Game Freak? That just makes 0 sense. I mean, come on, at least give them that. Good tea. And I'll try to not choke on it this time. And not even Thunderbolt. Yeah, Gen 3 level up, or just in general, a lot of old generation or older generation level up movesets are just really freaking bad. Even legendaries having horrible, really bad movesets. As in, you need to use TMs if you really want to have a usable or somewhat usable set. Lost my mind, literally got up in front of the whole class and said to them, you fucking... you made me say that word, congrats. Our idiots uses complainers. F you and your parents, you worthless trash cans. I get it. I mean, just couldn't take it anymore. I've had fallouts in front of classes like that as well, so don't feel ashamed for that. Though your stat-wise is very similar to Zangoose. Let me check. Oh, it is. Oh, and Glalie has the exact same base stat total and just stat allocation as Fiona, which is kind of funny. Like 18 every stat. I feel bad for Fiona, I actually like it. You don't like your classmates either? Yeah, that's... out of all the classes that I had, from primary, elementary school to like end of high school, I hated most of them, honestly. Like the vast majority. The first real good class that I had was when I, like the 2 last years of high school. And that's it. All of them were pretty bad. And yes, I also got teased for being a nerd. You know what stings, kind of? I mean, I've gotten over it because it's not, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that important, but just I got really heavily bullied for liking Kirby and being a pink gamer girl. And nowadays you see that at every corner, like everyone wants to have their pink Razer stuff and their pink gamer PC and their pink gamer keyboard and their pink gamer whatever. Like, okay, I did it before it was cool. Now it kind of sucks that sometimes you just are in the wrong time period in a way. You called all the students' parents. Oh wow. So someone was really angry. But I mean, justified, not judging that, of course. Beware of the nice one, guys. Do not poke them too much, especially usually the shyer or the more, well, let's say calmer people. When they explode, they really do explode. So maybe let it be. Still, it's crazy that there's bullying nowadays. Like, why? What does it... I'll never understand it. When I have dreams about being back in school, I consider those to be nightmares. And I had another dream like that this night. Or last night, I guess. I keep having to scream, I'm 30 years old, I don't need this. I passed high school a long time ago. Why do I need to retake these classes? This is crazy. Let's see. Muk doesn't get good attacking moves until Sludge Bomb at level 47, but at least it has great defense stats and moves with minimizing acid armor. Yeah, that's true. I mean, some Pokemon really get effed over, if you know what I mean, and others... I mean, they do get a bad card or bad hand, let's say. But they still get dealt a better hand than some other Pokemon, which do not get anything good for a very long time. Still feel so bad for you. Wait, what do you mean? I'm okay. You mean as what happened to me in the past? I mean, no. I appreciate the empathy there, Saltmon, but I can't change it now. Even though I'm still suffering from it in one way or another, but I mean, I don't want to play the victim and just go around and just be telling people, oh, this is so unfair. Even though if it is true, it is, but I mean, I have family and friends who love me. And I try to make the best of it. Is it me or is the music really? Alright. As in alright, not I wanted to say low volume. Oh wow, okay, we do get an encounter. And it's a Geodude or Geodudette, I guess. It's a girl. Told my family I will impale them if they don't pay for what they have done. Holy crap. Did you really say that? Oh, you need to be careful. Not that they think that you're gonna do an attack. You know? Which, yeah, actually be careful with that, because what if someone thinks you're gonna do something big? Another relaxed one? Okay, why do I keep getting relaxed ones? That is weird. Or just a coincidence. But this time it is a girl and it's a Geodude. And level 36, this is the frame that I get. And I'm honing in. I'm honing in. Glad to hear you're doing good. I mean, I'm doing my best. But yeah, in general, I mean, I would say that not being, you know, I can't say that word. I hate these YouTube censors, but if you can't, at least I'm not SUYCIDIAL anymore, so. No, I just completely butchered that. But you know what I mean. I forgot the D. Hey there, Pumpkin Lord. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Have an effing spear that I'm used to. Wait. Ahmed, you need to be careful though. And don't throw your life away because of some loser's parents. Just don't. Think your anger, while being understandable, you need to really grasp what the consequences would be if you would do something like that. And then you just would throw your life away. You would, your mother, who loves you so much, she wants a bright future for you, I'm very certain of that. And she would, I would bet it would break her, so. Here we go again with the very morbid topics. But please, Amit. And then he goes and says D for these nuts. You know, just a normal day in chat, nothing new. Are you living? That's a good thing. I want you to be living. At least I got 2 encounters, but still no shiny, but I hope that will change. Electrode doesn't... Yeah, I mean, a lot of their movesets are just really bad. I really wonder if they haven't thought through it, or if they were just like, okay, I'm gonna add something later and forgot about it. I really want to know the thought process behind those old level up movesets. I still need to get around and read your story, Kaiser. Does Electrode get D or E gets both? I need to be careful what I say. die? Well, if it goes kaboom, then I guess it dies. I don't know. That's something that, if you think about it too hard, doesn't really make sense. How can a Pokemon explode and then still be alive and well later? Seems like these, what are they using in the Pokemon Center? Like, that just heals anything. And that's why you don't see hospitals for humans in the Pokemon world, because they probably just put you on that thing, it goes na 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 na, and then you're just good. Your cancer's gone, your I don't know, your sepsis is gone, you are now fully healed, so you don't have any broken bones anymore. I know that would be a kind of funny in-universe explanation. What tier should it be in? What do you mean? Electrode? I was so burned when I came home. I literally looked at my family and I called all my siblings and my mom and dad by the worst words I can ever think of. I said every awful word out of anger. I understand. Have you talked about them? To them about this? Have you, I mean, you seem to be cognizant of the fact that it was out of anger. So maybe tell them this so that they're not gonna be completely, you know, in the dark. D tier? Because as bad as he is not Sandslash. Poor Sandslash. I wish, I mean, as much of a BS the Generation 3 Battle Frontier is, I really do miss the, you know, in Gen 3 there's just so many Pokemon that are viable. And then that never happened again. That's what I really miss. Really wish that almost every Pokemon could be viable competitively. Also hope you're enjoying my cave music from video games playlist. Angry at mom, though I will say was not myself that moment. Literally said things to my mom and dad no son can say, and I regret what I have done. Hey Ahmed, do you know what? I've done that as well. Like, I was once, I guess you could say, triggered. Something just made me erupt in rage. And then I said things to, for example, my brother that now I take back, and I never was just at that moment the rage that I should have, you know, given to the ones who did that to me. I unfortunately redirected it to my brother. I mean, we're good now, but yeah, I still cringe when I think back, so no judgment, absolutely zero judgment from my part. I've gone through that as well. Maybe try to find a good moment where you can reconcile, I guess. That's what I've been doing and it worked. Do you feel like Pokemon has always had a huge problem with having a lot of Pokemon not be viable? Yes, it's one of the problems that I really don't like. You know, for a franchise that keeps saying, oh yeah, you need to use the Pokemon that you like, and it's not about stats, it's about your creativity, but then again, how much of that is just not true? It's actually min-maxing. You always see the same Pokemon in every freaking VGC tournament. become more visible as more mons have been added, and power creep makes certain mons appear. Yeah, absolutely. That's another problem on top of the problem we discussed earlier. Oh, you saw your parents cry? I understand, yeah. I mean, it's a very human reaction. I have to say, Amit, thank you for trusting me, for saying something this intimate to someone you don't really know. But of course, I do not offer judgment because I've been in a situation like this as well. I really hurt my brother with what I said, and it wasn't really me who said it. It was just, I guess, my nervous system just lashing out. I was like a rabid animal, almost. I actually have almost no recollection of the event. But my mom said my eyes were like they had a grey film over it, and I never looked like that, and that is really freaking scary. But then again, my neurologist and my psychiatrist both said that, yes, this can be an extreme PTSD response. And I apologize the moment I wish... Oh no, don't. No, I get it. You're full of pain. None of that is your fault. And you can't really... I mean, there needs to be some kind of release, and if you still have to grapple with the source of the trauma, which I assume is your school, which, I mean, I can really identify with that. That is exactly what I've been working on. I mean, I still have that problem where I'm in school buildings, and when I have a stress situation, I shut down. And I become completely dysfunctional, even though I'm usually very organized and functional, but then I just become the complete opposite. Like a small kid again. It's horrible. I hope that I can get it to completely disappear. But don't hate yourself. That's not gonna help. That's just gonna make it worse. Because then, in order to rectify said anger and hatred or any other turbulent emotion that you might be feeling, you redirect that energy onto yourself in the way that you self-harm and you maybe self, you know? So be mindful of that. Just telling you because I wish back then I had someone telling me this, and I didn't. And I thought I was going crazy, that I was insane. But I wasn't going insane, it was just a reaction to trauma, to year-long trauma that always comes back. And, you know, your nervous system just can't take it anymore after a certain point. It doesn't matter how meek you are. At one point everyone breaks. For some it's like 30 years, for others it's a couple of weeks. Used to blame my parents for every bad thing that happened to me. That's a common thing some teens tend to do, where they somewhat, let's say, scapegoat their parents in a rebellious phase. And again, can't really blame you for that. That's just a very common thing in teenager psychology. But I'm glad that you can actually identify it. Because insight, that is actually the first step to finding solutions. And not many people have insight nowadays, at least it's what I am observing. And I hope I'm wrong, I really hope I am. You punched the wall so much. Oh, you covered your... Oh. You punched the wall so hard that your flesh burst on your hands? Ahmed. Oh. If you need help, Ahmed, please do not feel bad about texting me on Discord, okay? Don't feel bad. Don't hate yourself. You shouldn't hate yourself. Feel better now? Okay, that at least is that. No, I get it. I mean, I'm just thinking how you could maybe find a way or a thing, an act, a hobby, where you can let out the anger in a very positive and constructive way. I guess what a lot of people do is go into combat sports or fitness, go to the gym and get absolutely ripped. I mean, I know some men who were, you know, they got bullied and they just couldn't take it anymore. And then they went to the gym and they became machines. And then, funnily enough, they went from people or men who were always looking or acting like they were very close to exploding to super chill, because now the rage has been transformed and they didn't really care anymore because they liked the progress that they made on their bodies or just their health, and then that was the affirmation that they needed, and then they got a huge self-esteem boost. Cedra is unbelievably ass. That sounds like something AVGN would say. I mean, yeah, Cedra could be better, absolutely. A lot of Pokemon could be much better, actually. Most of them. I mean, I'm just asking or questioning the fact why a billion-dollar company can't hire people whose only job it is to balance the games. 45 special defense and water gun as a water move till the league. Yeah, that's the thing with these evolutions with trade or just evolutionary stones. In the old games, they just have a really horrible moveset, and sometimes you're just stuck with terrible moves. Like water gun, seriously, that's like a baby Pokemon move, right? To be fair, that could be easily substituted by surf or dive or waterfall. Which waterfall is actually in Gen 3, that is a good strategy with Cedra. Because especially when you have rain on the battlefield. Because then it always hits first with its ability Swift Swim. Well, not always, but it's like the speed is doubled. And then with Waterfall having a small flinching chance. A decision that I made to redeem myself and decide to donate my kidney to my brother. Wait, does your brother need a kidney? Ah, your family won't allow since my brother doesn't need it, but I think he does. He only has one, I have two. Alright, well, okay, he has only one? How come? Was he born with only one, or did he have to get one removed? I mean, you don't need to answer that, I'm just really... It's just medical curiosity. And yes, you can survive with one. I mean, if he does need another one, it most likely has to be one that has a lot of gene or genetic overlap. Because that is a problem with organ transplants. The body actually recognizes that the transplanted organ isn't your own, as in it doesn't have the same genes. Put it in layman's terms, imagine as if every cell has kind of like an ID that's like a very small specific protein, and your body, your antibodies, check if the ID is... like if it's congruent with your protein, the ID, DNA, whatever. and they check, and when they see, okay, that cell is not my own, they try to attack it. And that's why a lot of, or almost all organ transplantation recipients need to take medication that lowers the immune response of the body. Or else like for example, imagine getting a hand transplant, and then if you don't take these kinds of medications, your body just attacks the hand and then the hand rots. You don't want that. That's a scenario you really, really want to avoid in just in medicine in general. Pretty sure if Kaiser Karmazin is still here, he can say yes, that sepsis is not something you want. My brother lost his kidneys in a car crash long ago before I was born. Oh, I'm very sorry. Oh, I see. Yeah, I guess the physical trauma was so great that the organ couldn't be usable anymore. That's really unfortunate. Since you'd like Cedra, does it have good stuff in Gen 3? Cedra or Seeking? Ah, okay, Seeking. Seeking is bad in Gen 3 as well, but at least in Fire Red and Leaf Green, I think it learns Mega Horn as a level up move. But other than that, nah, it does get some good attacks later on. As in Generation 6 or so. Had a friend almost go into sepsis about 2 years ago. Ooh, not good. It's really bad. Approximately 50% of people who go into sepsis will not come out. Yes, exactly. For those of you who don't know what that is, in layman's terms, sepsis, you can regard it as a blood infection. That's when bacteria or another agent is pretty much everywhere in your body, and that is usually, yeah, it's 50-50 as Kaiser Karmazin said. And usually those 50% that do survive, they survive with several drawbacks, like nerve damage or just tissue damage, necrosis, leading to having to get arms or legs or something else amputated. It's not nice. Sepsis is no joke. I'll put Seeking above Electrode. I mean, in terms of how much I like Seeking, yes. In terms of competitively, isn't Electrode better? Right, let's see. Whole family is full of sad stories till this day. My family be like, did you know? Had a cousin that was found dead. Wait, what? You had a cousin that was found dead. Face was blue when she was found. What? Wait, what happened to that cousin? I don't remember anything like this. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Oh, that's really tragic. I'm sorry about that. The world can be needlessly cruel. I assume it wasn't any natural causes. And I mean, the face turning blue is just a lack of oxygen in the blood. Which is also not... You know, blue lips, blue fingers, that's not something as a doctor or nurse you don't want to see that. That's a really bad sign. Really sorry, Amit. It's always so unfair how it always... Tragedy always is happening to the people who don't really deserve it. It just... I know, almost makes me think like the universe. Sorry about that. The universe is being governed by a bad god or something. Of course it's not, at least I don't think it is, but... 1 in 13 story they tell me, and I'm pretty sure there are more they didn't tell. Oh god, there's more? Jeez, is there a curse on your family or something? That's horrifying. I'm so sorry. Jeez. Oh, encounter? A Geodude? Male Geodude. Not Geodude, Graveler. About nature, I don't know. Starius S as NFE, but since a limited amount of stones, I'll include it. It's not as bad as stuff like Vulpix, but still F tier. Well, with an Eviolite, I think it would be good, but maybe you're talking Gen 3 exclusively. Loka again? What is happening? I keep getting relaxed. Huh? Is that weird coincidence? I'm not even using... I mean, there isn't even any synchronizers. Alright, level... Oh, it was 8 frames off. Wonderful. But we're honing in. We're honing in, and maybe I'll actually get the Graveler, finally. Staryu in general doesn't get good moves, but Starmie stats are good enough. You'd actually use TMs on it. I mean, I love Starmie. Always been one of my favorite Kanto Pokemon. And I mean, Bolt Beam is no joke. If I'm not mistaken, it was OU, or at least UU in Gen 3, in the Gen 3 meta. Seems to be a more quieter stream tonight. Yeah, this week I should be able to stream on, I think, every day. Yeah, should go. Maybe not on Saturday evening. That really depends on when I'll be back home. Well, let's see. Never say never. I'll at least try to make it happen. And I want an encounter now. Huh. That's how it should work. And I want a shiny now. Yeah! I'm calling it! I'm calling it! I am so calling it! Okay. Here we are. The shiny is here. I'm gonna taunt it just in case. I don't think it can explode. Oh no, can it? Does it learn self-destruct at level... what was that again? Let's see. Not that I'll fail it, that would be really, really dumb. And I don't have a dampener. Oh, it does! Oh, crud. Oh, crud indeed. Oh my. Can't use that twice, can I? Should I just Master Ball it, honestly? I mean, I could fail it now, and that is a know what? Nah, I'm gonna Master Ball it. Shiny Graveler, male one that I found back then in 2007 in Pokemon Pearl on Victory Road that used Explosion, where I said, why the hell didn't I use the Master Ball? Now I have finally redeemed you. You're mine now. And what do we name this golden nugget? Anyone have a good idea? I'm taking requests. Just so you know, my family in general is known for disabled people and doctors and teachers and diplomats. I mean, 2 of my sisters are deaf. 1 is autistic. Well, I don't know if I'd say autism is automatically disabled, but no, I understand what you mean. Rockrick? Rockrick, okay. Mom has depression. Oh, I'm so sorry for your mom. I would hug her if I could. Pince's lack of stab and generally bad move pull ruins it. Yeah, that's true. Sword Stance barely saves Pince from E tier. Yeah, and even then it gets just completely outclassed by Heracross in every way. Okay, Rockrick is kind of funny. So now we finally got them all. We got all of the shiny Rock Smash Pokemon. The only one that's missing now is the shiny Shuckle, but that is for the Safari Zone. Now let's go heal up and look at my shiny male Geodude that I reclaimed. Alright, so I guess I should go for the... I mean, it's really early now. I don't think I should stop the stream now. That would kind of be short. Pretty sure you want to see more. You want to see more? Should I go for the square shiny as well? Quirky. Wait, Quirky? No, not Quirky. Fosh is not Quirky. Why did I say Quirky? That is Sassy. But yeah, I could go for the modest one as well. Should I keep that? Or... Hey there, Emo Kid. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Look what I just got. I got a shiny Graveler through Rock Smash. Rockrick. That's the name we're going now. That's the name we're going with. I think I'm gonna save again. And then, I mean, it's still pretty early. It's like, what do we have? An hour, 10 minutes of streaming? Yeah, let's try for a little bit more, shall we? What do you think? Can go for a square, shiny one. Gyarados' special attack is kinda ass, that is absolutely true, and that's why the special physical split really did Gyarados a lot of help. I mean, that meant that it was much more usable. Alright, I'm going back to that cave part. Please leave a like on the stream and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Yes, thank you, Emo Kid, head of marketing. Hate having to be an academic weapon. Okay, you need to... I mean, you need to elaborate on that one. What do you mean, academic weapon? Thing that made me feel better in the middle of all the rage was that I saw an old friend, a YouTuber. She is the first fictional writer I ever known. I knew her for 4 years. Oh, and you saw her and it was just a... I'm happy she's doing great. Well, that's really wholesome. Oh, I didn't get that item back then. Back there. Back then is temporal, not spatial. Oh, brain. Hate having to do a ton of homework. I mean, yeah, who likes that, right? Hey there, Kinox, welcome back to the stream. How you doing? I just got a shiny Graveler earlier, and now I'm gonna go for the square shiny Graveler, since, I mean, ending the stream now? Nah, we're not doing that. But if I put it anywhere lower than all Nuzlockers in the world would agree to murder me in cold blood. Didn't stream for 2 days yet, I still kept believing one day she will return. What do you know, she made a video talking about why she didn't upload anything because of depression. I was so happy. Oh, that's really relatable there. Jeez. Yanusi and the Chatusi gang. Yeah, I went to the last climax last weekend. I went to the Netherlands. And that was the last climax, the last hardstyle night party. Still kind of bitter about it, but oh well, can't really change it. And I brought a wonderful snack back from the Netherlands that you only really get there. And they call it Speculatiusstaven. So a Speculatius rod, I think that's how you would translate it. And let me tell you, these things are just freaking god. Oh my god, I've been eating them way too much and I enjoy every second. It's, of course, Speculatius and almond. Yeah, I'm completely sold. Is it fine if I ping you on Discord, Yana? Yes, of course. Oh no, Saltmon, no, I forgot what I had to do. I needed to take the pictures of the cards. I keep forgetting that to do that, of the Pokemon cards. Do you guys think fairies come glitter? What a day to have eyes. I don't even know how to answer that question. Use your imagination, I guess. Got a shiny Riolu today. Oh, nice! You got the Riolu. Congrats! Evolved it into Lucario. Well, yeah. That's a shiny that you want to get. Instead of Moon, I'll get a shiny Lucario and Ultra Moon eventually. Yeah, I mean, why not have multiple, right? Fairies come pixie dust. Are we really having a discussion about the ejaculations of fairy tale creatures? Wait, are fairies... Sometimes they're always feminine, but not always. Wow, the discussions that we have again. Now I'm seriously thinking, wait, what would be the... You know, what would come out of a fairy? Do I really want an answer to that question? Not really. Bees make honey, I make honey. Oh boy. Chat again. Oh, you sent something on Discord? Let me check. Oh, this is the... Oh, okay, so... More like... Kanto Pokemon, mostly. It's an RSE. It's an RSE tier list. Oh, I see. Trolls come green or dark grey sludge. Uh-huh. I didn't even know you were so knowledgeable on troll ejaculation. That's interesting. Yes, I had a good time. I don't want to know what Shrek does. I really don't want to know. I really don't want to know. I don't want to have that picture in my head. Really, nah. I can think of a million more appealing things than what Shrek does when he wants to mate with his wife. I don't know. And I made a video on my YouTube channel. It's funny. I suggest you watch it or you'll laugh. Also evidence that I'm over the pain of what happened. Well, that is actually good to read. That is very good to read. I'm dying right now. I mean, seriously, what is this discussion again? That's some interesting headcanons you guys have. No, I don't wanna think about Little Shrek, please, no. Absolutely not. It's not exactly sexually appealing, you know? No, I don't want to imagine that either, Amit. I mean, impaled implies something else. That implies not fun time, but end time. F you, YouTube censors, you suck. Okay, and now I get a shiny? No. When I got the shiny, I was just like saying, oh, now I'll get a encounter, and I did, and then, oh, I get the shiny, and then the shiny appeared. Unfortunately, my magic isn't working anymore. My ex used to call me Vlad the Impaler. No, I don't think that would be amazing, Amit. At least, nah, as a woman, I don't think I would approve of that. That would be really scary and horrible, actually. My hot chocolate isn't really hot anymore. But it's still chocolate, so can't complain. The third leg. How dare you speak poorly of the almighty Lord YouTube? Now I'm getting banned. I'm going to YouTube hell now. Effing is essentially a man penetrating a woman's body. I mean, yeah. That's how things have been going for hundreds of millions of years. Before we had cells dividing and cloning themselves. And then we had put this into that, and then genetic exchange happens, and then baby. Mine's A sharp, yours a B flat. Now that I think about a BJ from a cat girl must be uncomfortable, if not painful. Oh, that's not a question that I ever asked myself. And thinking about it now, that makes it just even... That makes the implication of cat girl's existence just even weirder if you think about it. Because of their tongues being like this, but then cat boys? Like, do they have the kind of penis that a male cat has with the spikes on them? Yikes, I mean... Thank you for that detailed explanation, Hammond. Are we talking about that again? But yeah, those are like things I don't really want to think about too much. Yeah, they have spiky penises, and I'm not joking. If you really want to know, look it up, but then don't be surprised if Google thinks you are into cats. Well, maybe not into cats, but just cat mating is weird. Essentially what the spikes are for, they scratch the inside of the female cat's vagina, and that scratch, that moment that hurts them, actually jumpstarts their ovulation. Cats actually don't ovulate like humans do in a cycle. They have the eggs that ripe, but there needs to be a mechanism in order for the ovulation to jumpstart, and that is just nature being weird again. So I'm really glad that I'm not a female cat, I guess. Sorry, I'm drunk at the moment. Oh, all good. How good is Crobat? Crobat in Gen 3 is much better than it was in Gen 2. It's removed from other male cats, more chance of leaving an offspring. That was the second reason why they have spikes down there. First one is to scratch and kickstart the ovulation process, and the second one is it might actually take out the sperm of the other male cats. So if a female cat has a litter, it's very common that some of these kittens are not siblings, but half siblings essentially. Is it like once it goes in, it doesn't come back out? Oh, it does come back out. That's why if you see cats mating, it's also usually really quick. And you hear the female cat screaming, but it's not out of pleasure. It's more like, ouch, you hurt me. But that's how it works. Kind of feel bad for them. It's not like a honeybee sting. But jeez, what are we talking about again? Yeah, then you have another cat's daddy juice on your... Yeah. What are we talking about, people? Chat, come on. Oh, you know that I'm just a nerd who has to quote some random fact about animals that I read somewhere years ago that I just will never forget. You know that I just answered bluntly. It is biology, yeah? And that's not even the weirdest things in the animal kingdom. I mean, when you look at some species of anglerfish where the female is freaking huge and the male is just itsy bitsy tiny, and what they do is they don't mate, they fuse to the female. So if humans work like this, I would be much larger than my husband, like several times larger, and like my husband wouldn't just, you know, do the deed with me. He would just bite into me and then fuse to my body and become a functioning pair of testicles that always gives off semen. I mean, that is just completely eldritch. That's one of the weirdest things ever. I mean, once you read that, you're like, what the hell? What is up in the deep ocean? Like, fish looking so freaking weird. I guess if there's no light and no one can see you, you can be as ugly as you want to, but just the weirdest kind of animals out down there. I won't be surprised if there's a freak woman out there who literally... Oh no, I don't want to read that out loud. No, she can't give birth. Like, a human and a cat cannot give birth. That doesn't work. There is no other species right now on this planet other than humans that can produce offspring with humans. I mean, back then there were other humans like Neanderthals and Homo florensis and Homo habilis and so on and so forth, but those aren't around anymore. Even though we share so much DNA with chimpanzees and bonobos, we still cannot produce offspring. That's not how it works. There needs to be a significant genetic overlap for that to happen, and you need to have the same amount of chromosomes, and even then it's not a guarantee that your offspring is fertile because I think mules, I forgot which one, if it's the horse being the female or the mother, or the donkey being the mother, but one of those hybrids is infertile and one of them isn't. Yeah, I would say Crobat is B tier. Male seahorses get pregnant. Yeah, the eggs just, I mean, the female lays them but puts them in the pouch of the male. Fusion. Froze potato. Then, anglerfish relationships, my dream. Oh, you want to be a fusion simp? Okay. What the F did I come back to? You know, normal day in chat, I guess. I don't know, but it is, the animal kingdom is weird. Very weird. What if your parents turn out to be me all along and have been seeing what your chat been talking about? You are my parents? Interesting. Kaiser is pregnant. He's still pregnant? Okay. Yeah, that was the fusion reference from Dragon Ball, I know. We're talking about very friendly, very family friendly stuff, yes, as always. Very, very family friendly. Yana, as your father, I'm so utterly disappointed in your chat when you're talking about animals effing. It's science, and it's educational. I mean, I just don't say a anglerfish does that. No, they actually do bite, and it's fascinating. I mean, I remember also reading about that as a kid in a book, and I thought it was a joke. I just didn't want to believe it for some reason. I was like, nah. No, this can't be. Oh, I watched Dragon Ball as a kid, yeah. I mean, not all the episodes, but a lot of it. To be fair, a lot of things are kind of blurry. And I kind of lost track at one point. There's just a bajillion characters. Yana, you are grounded. Oh yeah, I'm grounded. Like 30 years old and grounded. I'm gonna tell my mom that I'm grounded. Speaking of anglerfish, Lantern is C because of confused rate. I love Lantern. But yeah, Lantern is an anglerfish, but it doesn't have that weird thing with the male being super small. You made a new online friend? Yeah, you were talking about it on Discord. So let's have it. What's with that online friend? Seem to be very happy. Go back to high school. Oh, don't talk to me like the nightmare ones, you. Ahmed, why must you do this to me? Man, I gotta reduce the alcohol. Can I ask, how much did you have to drink? Oh, she's the same age as you? Neat. What about the melon baby? Are you still pregnant? No, the melon baby actually got born, if you remember correctly. God, that is just such a weird dream. That's very deep Yana lore as well. So you can maybe be proud of that, knowing deep iceberg lore about me. Played Roblox in a voice call the other day. Do I see a blossoming... Nah, I should stop shipping everyone. My viewers, and just because you're different genders, I mean, maybe you like boys or maybe you don't like anything. 4 beers. Strong beers, alright. I don't know what would be a strong beer. No, it's okay, Ahmed. It's just like, oh, I had a dream like this just last night. It was like, oh god, I hate it. Zatu doesn't get us. Zatu's pretty bad, unfortunately. Oh, she lives in the US. Brother, ew! That's mean. Funny but mean. Ew, the US! Oh my god, imagine! A Brit and a Yankee. That's a story, let me tell you. Budweiser is pretty strong. I've never had Budweiser, but then again, I really cannot stand the taste of any beer. Like, I've never had beer that I really liked before. Time zones are definitely annoying. Oh yeah, absolutely. Every PDF after they get busted out, they always say she said she is 18. Yeah, that seems to be a common thing. You, the US. Wouldn't say more though. She's 5 hours behind me. Yeah, because sometimes it's like 6 hours or 5 hours. And then on the other coast it's 9 hours if I'm not mistaken. You're from the future! How do you manage your self-esteem? As in my self-esteem? I don't know, would you say I have a lot? I would actually say I could have maybe more. But I think that's... that depends so much on how your personality is, what you've been through, your temperament. And I also have my low days, and I'm not lying about that. But it's just... I do a lot of introspection, and I did manage to make that a bit healthier. When I was a teenager or a kid, it was always I am bad, I suck, I am horrible. Really low self-esteem. Luckily that is not a problem anymore. Although if that's personal character growth or just maturity, because I mean I am 30 now, not entirely sure, but I also went to therapy for super long, so need to keep that in mind as well. What's a self-esteem, Kinox? You can buy it. It's definitely worth it. Oh, you beat Promised Consort Radan? Good, then you don't need to, you know, cut off your thing. I mean, I know you're joking, but come on. What the F is wrong with me? Some effing days I feel like a model, others I feel ugly, like today. Oh, I had days like this as well, absolutely. I have days where I look into the mirror just to catch a reflection and I'm like, damn, you look good today. And then on others I'm like, oh god, you look like a goblin on that picture. Insecure about your hair? How come? What's wrong with your hair? You feel ugly all the time? Oh, that's unfortunate, emo kid. Although being attractive isn't always wonderful, especially as a woman, sometimes you get attention that you don't want. Or people bimbofy you in the way that they, when you say something very educated or well meant, they just dismiss it because shut up Barbie, you don't know anything. And they just reduce me to my looks, and that sucks. Azumarill doesn't get S50 special attack. To be fair, has huge power. And yeah, there we go. Emo Kid says it as well. There's nothing else going for it. I mean, it is pretty good in Gen 3. By the way, I didn't tell you I started a new hobby of collecting bugs. Start cutting their small limbs. Put them in bags. It's crazy. I have more than... Wait, okay, is it just mosquitoes or just any bugs? With mosquitoes, my empathy and sympathy is kind of limited, even though, I mean, they're just doing what they're evolved to do. So I don't blame them for it, but I'm not a fan of mosquitoes. But please just don't go around killing random bugs. I mean, they have a consciousness and a life just like you have. And I don't want to off them. I mean, why is that my judgment to make? Hey there, Smokey Mario. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? I actually got a shiny tonight. I got a shiny Graveler. Yeah, Graveler. Why do I always think Geodude is Graveler and Graveler is Geodude? Fairy type is good. Yeah, that is true. Only moves against abuse are Rollout and Double Edge. And if you play it with Substitute, you can use the power punch as well, or Focus Punch. You know, the 150 base power attack. It's blonde, thin, curly, straight. It's weird. I want to grow it out, but then I don't like it. I want to cut it. I mean, would you prefer it to be curlier or straighter? Because for both things you can do stuff. You can put stuff in your hair to make it curlier. You can also put stuff in your hair that makes it straighter. That's really up to you. Put it in C because of huge power alone. Gotta go. Alright, Saltmon. Thank you so much for being part of the stream. And hopefully I'm gonna see you in tomorrow's stream. So until then, buonanotte. E arrivederci. Alla prossima. Alright, again, no encounter. I'm gonna tell you something, but don't be scared. My uncle is working for the Iraqi version of the DEA. So the odds of me becoming Husinberg is really high. Alright, what is your chemical component of choice? What is your drug? I did miss your comment? Never mind. Oh. So I guess I didn't miss it. Promise you one day you will see breaking news the moment Ahmed became Husinberg. Oh god, but that would mean like having a tragic ending. Will you come knocking and say that you are the danger? In my plan I want to grow hair like Snake, a mullet, or Anakin episode 3, that length. I mean, I don't think I've seen a picture of you, but looks like, I mean, I would maybe say if you got the hair density for that, that would definitely be doable. Arrivederci, is that a JoJo reference? Yeah, it is. Like everything in the universe is a JoJo reference. No, I gotta speak at least a little bit Italian, I don't want to lose it. Don't see my that much. And he has a different accent than my teacher. I like going meow meow meow. Very good. Only cut mosquito limbs. Other bugs, I put them in boxes and would make sure to feed them. I would also make tests on them. Okay, tests. What does that mean? Hey there, Rayman. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? I actually managed to get a shiny Graveler earlier. And now I'm trying for the square variant. Tips for hair growth. My hair grows slow AF. Well, you can't really speed up hair growth that much. But what you can actually do, I mean, actually, the speed of hair growing, that seems to be completely genetic. And I would steer clear from any products that claim that they can accelerate your hair growth. At least I've never found any clear evidence in science or any studies that says that that is possible. Could be wrong, but then again, that's talking about what I know. And what you can do, however, is that the hair that does grow, that you keep it in pristine condition. And you can already start by eating lots of nuts and fish, because they have the necessary vitamins that are essential to just the cells that produce the hair. You know, hair actually is dead tissue, it's not alive. But still, like the quality, so to speak, or the robustness of your hair or your nails, you can actually influence that through nutrition, maybe keep your hair out of the direct sunlight, at least don't be in the sun for too long. Yeah, you can eat fish and nuts because they have the vitamins, like the various B vitamins, B6 for example. That's also very important for nails and hair. And you can try to determine your hair type and then actually buy a shampoo that's consistent or that is specifically made for your hair type. That's what a lot of people do as a mistake. They buy shampoo that's not really for their hair type. And there are specific hair types. For example, how curly it is, how rough it is, how straight it is. Black people actually have different hair than like blonde people. Not just in color, but also in texture and how they grow. They're super curly. So you do need to take that into consideration. And maybe also use, after you use the shampoo and you rinse out the shampoo, you put a conditioner in your hair and let it sit for a couple of minutes and then wash that out as well. That is so that the hair doesn't lose too much humidity. And maybe do not really dry your hair that much. If you need to dry it with a towel, maybe not use a towel or use a t-shirt made out of cotton. That's actually much more, that's less rough on your hair. And yeah, don't use a hairdryer on the higher setting. Maybe try to not use a hairdryer at all. And then you're already, I think, gonna see a lot of progress. And then it's just like, okay, you do this, then you need to be kind of patient. Tips for hair growth, don't cut it short. Well, sometimes actually you do need to cut the hair short. If it's really damaged or sprained, then like there's not really... Damaged hair can actually damage, like the it's like a crack that grows like in a wall. If you have a hair that has split ends, these split ends can actually become worse. So in that case, in some cases, it's actually much better to cut the hair so that it doesn't become worse. Threaten it to grow fast. You could do that, maybe that would help. Really like having long hair because now I can numb my own hair. Oh, is that what you... I really hate the taste of my hair. I mean, I have super long hair, so I know how it is when the wind knocks your hair into your mouth and it's like bleh, it doesn't taste good. You hate curls? Hair is neck length at the moment. Alright, so I would definitely at the ends of your hair put conditioner in, because that's where when you turn your head the hair always bumps into your shoulders. That's how split ends can happen, and if you put conditioner in, it can kind of help your hair not get damaged as much. If you hate curls, there's straightener shampoo, or you can there's brushing techniques. There's specific brushes, like round brushes. Maybe you've seen women use them, either in movies, or your sister, your mom, or your, I don't know, your ex-girlfriend, something like that. And you can use those to straighten your hair. Test their survival capability in certain environments that they're not built for. Also the communication skills. And how they act to certain chemicals. Okay, what kind of chemicals? Don't be in the sun for too long. Oh, don't worry, I'm good at that. Yeah, same. Really not that hard if you're really nerdy. We should have it selfies, chat, not gonna lie. Yeah, I think that would be okay. But I'm even slightly wet after taking a shower. It bothers way too much. I have to get completely dry. Yeah, I'm not a fan of having wet hair either. And the way, like, I have so much hair and it's really long. When my hair gets wet, I have to, and I'm not kidding you, rub it out like a towel. I have to do that because it just sucks up so much hair. Well, not hair, but water. Me cago en la... Okay, I know that last word is a bad word, so I didn't say that out loud. Should I shave or not? Well, if you want hair growth, I don't think you should shave. Imagine having straight hair. My hair is gay. I guess my hair is bi-hairial, straight and curly. Ah yes, the two sexual orientations, straight and curly. Who doesn't know? Oh, you meant your beard. Oh, okay, I see. No idea because I haven't seen you. To be fair, if you like yourself how you look, then you should not give a S about my opinion because it should be you who should be happy about that. It's a beautiful Aryan blonde beard. In the memes channel. I mean, I can do a selfie channel. And just... I mean, I did one now. Just be careful for other minors. I actually will act if people are weird about that. Oh, there's shampoo recommendations on Discord now. Neat. Wish I could just delete my facial hair. I mean, I presume you shave it. But have you ever tried waxing it? Because that takes much longer for the hair to regrow. If you wax it, actually the whole hair gets ripped out. When you shave, the root of the hair still remains intact and then it just grows from there. But with waxing, the entire hair gets pulled out and then it needs at least 3 weeks to make a new hair root again, and then the hair will need to grow. I would use blue meth on bugs. Their reaction would go something like, tight, tight, blue, pink, yellow, just keep bringing more of that. Ah, you had Tuco as a bug? Interesting. That was a funny scene though. Maybe blue, but it's the bomb. Kind of funny that he said that because, you know, earlier with the not meth that that Walter or Heisenberg brought, that was actually a bomb. I mean, was it magnesium sulfate? Yeah, that's a chemical that if you throw it hard enough against a wall, it just explodes because it's so reactive. Not as bad as something like white phosphorus, which is so bad that if you look at it badly, it just explodes and you need to contain it in various liquids or just sand, or else it just spontaneously explodes. That's why it's against the Geneva Convention to use white phosphorus. It's just that hazardous. Must become more sissified, Smokey. Just remember who you're working for. Yeah, that was a really... I mean, that was crazy. Just beating his guy up. What was it? Was he no-dose or was that the other guy? What did you say? Twink. Do Flarans get their fur cut? I don't know, you tell me. It does kind of look like a poodle in the way that some areas of Flareons are more furry and others aren't. But yeah, maybe try waxing away the beard. I mean, white phosphorus specs ups the line PTSD intense. Oh, yeah, it's... I mean, they use that in Palestine, unfortunately, which is horrible. Absolutely freaking horrible that they just use that and no one says anything. Like, they're still doing these... Ah, God. As you said, Keenox, politics suck so much sometimes. Is it a game I should definitely play? Oh, you mean Infinite Fusion? Yeah, I've heard of it. I think I should play it. Silver sulfate, yummy snack. That's a very interesting definition of a yummy snack. Don't understand to this moment why did Gus kill Victor? Gus killed Victor. Did nothing wrong. At least how I interpreted the scene was that it was a you messed up because he went to Gale's apartment to shoot him. And I think that was a kind of you were seen, you messed up. I'm getting rid of you now because you're a liability now. I guess. I mean, that's how I saw it. Intimidate Walt and Jesse, yeah, that too. I mean, it's 2 in 1. It's like an intimidation, as in I could off you any chance I get. It's a power move, and it's a power move against his minion as well. As in, how dare you having done that because you risked us getting exposed. Why the F is my laptop not playing sound anymore, not recognizing any audio device? Okay, that's not good. Technology, work. Oh, and today is the World's Mental Health of Men Day. So maybe actually it's a good thing that we talked about that a bit today. Because yes, also men have a national day. And even though a lot of people say they are not the suppressed sex, that doesn't mean that men do not have their own demons to fight. And unfortunately, we are failing men at a massive scale, especially with socialization. And I really hope that one day we can be truly equal, like in every single way. As in, of course, men are probably always going to be stronger than women. It's just a biological reality. What I actually mean is no one gets discriminated because they are a certain gender. It doesn't matter if they're male or female or anything in between. I hope a day like this will come. At least I'm doing my part to make a future like this possible. And I really feel bad for all the men out there who are suffering in silence. I'm really sorry. I'm giving all of you an internet hug right now. I know that doesn't really do anything. But trust me, if I could do anything, I would. I mean, I always talk about the day every time it is there. I mean, the 19th of November. YouTube, oh my effing god, I meant Spec Ops the line. Yana, get a gem of a game you should definitely play. Okay, that is the game that I should try out, alright. Imagine talk about feelings, couldn't be me. Yeah, you're jokingly saying it like that, Philip, but yeah, that's kind of a problem. I mean, I don't blame men, I blame the socialization of men. Because with a lot of these kind of problems, it starts before the men can consciously really make a choice. And I think it's kind of unfair putting the burden just on men, and it's also making a complex issue too needlessly simple. Yeah, everyone can be mentally ill even if they aren't the oppressed sex. Yeah, absolutely. Kind of weird that we have to say that nowadays, but I guess nuance is just dead. I don't know. For real, guys, you should talk if need. Yeah, that's why I do encourage talk here. Because I don't want I just don't want to have a community where that's just shot down and ridiculed and judged. That's not the kind of community that I want. Jonna, Black Ops 6 stream when? Before or after the Infinite Fusion one? No, Yana, don't play Call of Duty Backshot 6. Don't, please. Do you not like the game? I mean, I'm not really good at shooters, honestly, so it's probably gonna be cringe. I know people don't really give an F about my problems and feelings. I'd rather keep it to myself most of the time. People give me a lot of S for complaining. I kind of get where they're coming from, but there are people out there who care. And it's just sad that a lot of men have to carry that burden alone. It's a heavy burden to carry alone. Call of Duty Backshot 6 is an amazing sentence that I wish I thought of. Well, Ahmed was first. But yeah, you're right, that is a very funny sentence. Probably not an encounter, of course not. I have no idea how to fix my laptop. Damn, you need to go like Philip Farrell and buy a completely new one. Nah, actually, I'm kidding, but geez, what are you using? Is it like Windows 10? Is it Windows 7? Is it Windows 8? If so, my bad. My condolences. Or is it Windows 11? It's not fair to color all men or women in the same awful colors. Some men are good, some are bad. Yeah, and some women are really nasty. I'm sorry I have to say that as a woman. I hate that notion that, oh, women can't be evil. Yes, of course. Evil doesn't know a gender. Evil is. It just is. Could judge people as individual people and not work at the most obvious features such as gender. Yes, I wish we would stop doing that. This is a safe space to share your experience. Platonically, obviously. Family friendly. Maybe not. Not always. Are you actively rotting? Oh no, are you... am I letting you rot? Has the brain rot reached America now? I'm very sorry about the Luxembourgish brain rot. It shouldn't have happened. But then again, I am not responsible for any loss of IQ happening. That is just not my fault. You've been warned. Windows XP. Actually, I really love Windows XP. I mean, sure, it's outdated nowadays, but back then it was actually really good. My bladder's gonna explode, be right back. Oh, please, yeah, relieve yourself. I mean, come on. Oh god, that hurts. That's why I have like a thing. There's a thing you can buy as a woman where you can pee while standing. And it's like a piece of cardboard and you can also throw it away. It's fully biodegradable. And I have one like that in my car just in case where I'm stuck in traffic somewhere or just stuck or just have to drive for a long time with no toilet in sight. And then you really realize, damn, you guys, you can pee so quickly and then be done with it. That's something I could never really do. Well, until now with that thing, but yeah, good for emergencies. Oh, you switched to Linux. So maybe you didn't properly install it? To be fair, you really need to know what you're doing. I don't think I would do it perfectly either, honestly. No, thankfully we avoided the Luxembourgish brain rot. Proceeds to post the Netherlands, the flag of the Netherlands. I mean, I'm kind of depressed, kind of ironic what day it is because of that. Oh, I'm sorry, Kaiser. Still feeling bad? Yeah, I'm sorry. Piss stream regulate? I guess, yes. I guess that's what it is. Yeah, you can call it that. Yeah, that wouldn't be too wrong. I think it's called Girl Go. Or Girl Go Go, something like that. I think I'm making a side character in my fictional story based on me. But I'm scared to do it because I think that would be very arrogant of me to give myself a character. To be fair, self-insert characters have been done before. Successfully so, I might add. So, it all depends on the execution. Oh, you downloaded Linux months ago and it worked fine. Not sure what's going on. Okay. So only now it's giving you trouble. Wiglet is a sentient prove me. Oh god, I don't want to prove anything. Oh boy. Don't smash Pokemon, come on. Alright, we did get the shiny, shiny Graveler. Didn't get the square one. But I think I'm gonna go to bed now. I was really up early today and I'm starting to become really tired. But I'm very happy that I did manage to get the shiny Graveler. That is neat. So now we have all of the shinies that you could get via Rock Smash. Well, except for the Shackle, of course. And as you know, I will also stream tomorrow. That will be Wednesday. And until then, I hope I see you all tomorrow. Have a good one. Goodbye. And good night.